This week, the boys' first destination is one of the largest antique centres in the country. It's 180 miles to Long Marston on the outskirts of Stratford-upon-Avon. Famed for being the birthplace of William Shakespeare, who was born here in 1564, the town still retains many buildings from his time. Stratford is a hugely popular tourist destination, and that has helped local businesses boom, including nearby antique centre, The Barn.
Right, today we're off to meet a lady called Laura at The Barn Antique Centre. Been there a while, very well laid out centre. Lot of dealers, quite a large one as well, quite a large centre, this one. And it's been good in the past. The last time I went in there, I bought a really good club fender, which sold immediately. I've got it in, boom, sold straight away. So I'm hoping for something of the same. Anyway, yeah, looking forward to it.
This sprawling maze of buildings houses over 13,000 square feet of antiques, collectibles and curios. Drew's guide and go-between for the other dealers for the day is the barn's owner, Laura Scott.
We love it here. We try and make it unusual as possible for the customers, so there's a real variety of stock. Very much looking forward to Drew and T coming here today. I hope that they like the barn as much as we do and that they find something of interest.
Hello. Hello.
Hello there.
Hi, are you Laura?
I am indeed.
Lovely to meet you, Drew.
I'm
Hello.
T.
Hello there.
How you doing? Come to have a look round. Can you give us
absolutely.
the full tour?
Of course.
I believe this is your place.
It is indeed, yes.
So tell me all about it then.
Well, I've had this about 10 years. I've actually been here 21 years. Came straight, yeah, 21 years. Came here as a Saturday girl.
What age?
21.
How many people have you got in here?
We've got over 50 dealers here.
Wow.
Yeah, it's a lot. We find that we're a great size, so having that amount of people means that we've always got a lot of things in, and we have such a large turnover of stock as well.
Yeah. The trick for me with antique centres, I hate to go to them when there's always like one or two stands of just junk.
Yeah.
Of just rubbish. Don't do that.
No. I would rather have a unit that's empty and backfill it with the dealers that I've got so it looks good than take someone on that I wasn't sure of.
Very good. Well, it shows. It shows as well. First impressions are good. It's very full. It's spotlessly clean, well laid out. I like it. Presentation in the antiques business has always been important, but now more than ever. People expect a lot more. So that's an incredibly rare thing.
What is it?
It's a coin-operated fortune teller. Amazing.
What are the fortunes? What can you have?
You will make a profitable journey.
Oh, we like that one.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
That's a good one.
We'll take that one.
Yeah. What is that? Vintage Bakelite dentist straws, 1940. Well, I've never seen one of those before. An amalgamated dental product made in England. How much is it? God, it's fiddly. 175 quid.
Well, you don't normally look at Bakelite at all.
I know, but how cool is this? Look at it. How much can that be? It's 175. I need a wedge off that one. Will 150 buy it?
150 will buy it.
Thank you very much. A Bakelite dentist's cabinet. Now, if you just want something that sits well on the top of a chest of drawers in your house, that's it. If you've got a fabulous collection of fishing flies, coins, watches, whatever, that's it. An incredibly interesting thing. Whoa, look at this. Who stands this?
This is a husband and wife team. They've got a brilliant eye. Really unusual items that they find.
Yeah. Well, this.
Yes.
Separated at birth.
I collect these.
Do you?
Yeah. I have one of these in my living room. These are extraordinary. I've had one of the hand sections before, and inside these are bronze.
Oh, really?
Here, yeah, with brass, and they articulate, and even the ends of the fingers articulate.
Oh.
Look at that.
That's amazing.
It's one of the best ones I've seen. It's incredibly rare. I don't say rare often because rare is an overused word. It's not scarce, it's not, you know, X, Y, Z. This is rare. These are really hard to find.
Wooden mannequins or lay figures have been an essential tool used by portrait artists from Leonardo da Vinci to Rembrandt since the Renaissance period. A subject's face will be painted, and then a lay figure will be dressed and posed exactly as the artist required. In 1838, the American artist Thomas Sully dressed a lay figure in Queen Victoria's ceremonial clothes to paint them in detail without Her Majesty needing to sit for too long. Lay figures can vary in size and shape, but life-sized examples are incredibly rare. This one is from the 20th century and is in exceptional condition, as many lay figures lose their fingers or entire hands. An extraordinary find. It could be worth around £4,000.
This is an incredible thing. How much is it?
550.
Sold.
There we go. That was easy, wasn't it?
I'm very happy. You made my day.
Oh, well, that's...
So
well, then you've made my day. Look at that.
It's absolutely incredible. Absolutely incredible. This is sort of the best one, bar one, that money can buy. My collection of over 20 years is 5. They're that difficult to get hold of.
What is he, pine as well?
It's a mixture of pine and maple and birch, I think. They are one of the most sort of enigmatic things in the antiques business. They're highly desirable around the world, and they're very valuable. That's the job. You get lucky some days, and today's one of those days. Sensational thing, very, very good price. I'd have paid an awful lot more, not that that matters at all. My God. Do you know, that's the last thing I expected to find in an antique centre. That should be in a museum or in a New York Fifth Avenue antique shop.
Or in the corner of your room.
Or in the corner of my living room, because that's where it's going.
That's the good thing about antique centres. You never know what you'll find.
That's just extraordinary.
Do you want to have a sit down?
I'm a bit overcome, really. God. It's the best thing I've ever found in an antique centre. Bar none. Staggering. Staggering. I've got a collector who will bite my hand off for it if I decide to sell it. So we will just have to see what we're going to do with it. But I'm very, very happy to own it. That's great as well. Early 20th century, or late 19th century, early 20th century, industrial furniture.
Yeah.
This is an unusual one. I've not seen this before. This is correct. They're asking 335. What can they do on that?
300.
300.
Drew's at an antique centre near Stratford-upon-Avon, Shakespeare's country, and he's making much ado about something.
I'm a bit overcome, really.
To buy or not to buy has not been the question for Drew, who's just made one of the best purchases of his career and is now mid-deal for a Victorian industrial stool.
They're asking 335. What can they do on that?
300.
300. Sold. Yeah, I'll take it. These are good people, aren't they?
Yeah, they're brilliant. They say they've got a fabulous eye for things.
They are good.
Unusual eye.
Yeah.
bust, Drew's bought a Victorian height-adjustable industrial stool and a vintage scoreboard with abacus, not to mention the lay figure, all from the same dealer.
4 things, 1 stand, all fabulous. They've got it. I could wander the country for a year and not find a lay figure. And I could wander around for a few days and not buy 4 things that I could buy on that 1 stand. Amazing. Right, I suppose we better carry on after you.
OK.
Lead us through, please. So much to see.
There's loads.
Barn Antique Centre is turning into something really rather special today. Harrods brush, £10. Tea. Gotta have that.
Yeah.
Sold.
OK.
That's for doing pelmets. Walking along your pelmet like that to clean your pelmet. It is. If I put it like that, have I got a hairstyle?
Yeah.
Like that. I like that. Look, I've got a hair. I like that, yeah. Just for that alone, I'm buying that. Yeah. It's exciting to be in here because there's so many really interesting, like, meaty stuff in here, you know, good things.
They're lovely. Now, do you know...
Am I 15 stone?
Yeah.
When did that happen?
We think they may be out.
I bloody hope they are. Laura and people who work with her here have got this place very right. Very right. They've just nailed it. I thought that was a fake when I first walked in. These were copied in the 90s, right? Heavily copied by the tens of thousands. These are from around 1800 to 1810, English. So that's going to have to go to Neville if I was considering buying that.
And I can tell you that that's come from the manor house at Cleve Prior.
Definitely.
Definitely.
Regency period, wrought iron, reeded bench, circa 1820. Well, there you go, he's not wrong.
This Regency garden bench is over 200 years old and comes with the provenance of having once been in the gardens of a local manor house. The ironwork has reeded details, which refers to the decorative way the metal has been formed into thin strips. Over the centuries, it suffered some damage. Each leg should have a splayed, flattened foot, but 4 are missing. It will need significant restoration work, but once complete, could be worth around £2,750.
It's got 600 quid on it. Can I give him 500 quid?
It's going to be 520 on that.
520 for 20 quid. I'm not going to argue over 20 quid, I'll take it.
Perfect.
When I first glanced at it, I thought, oh, it's one of those repros from the 90s. And then I sort of looked again. I'd walked past it, I looked at the foot, and I thought, oh, my word, it's a real one. These are very desirable. Very, very desirable items. Hard to get hold of and getting harder to get hold of. This is the best buying we've ever done in an antique centre, isn't it?
Yeah.
Bar none. Bar, like, none. Nothing's come close to this. The Barn Antique Centre. Well, didn't see that coming. The clear and obvious highlight of the day is the lay figure. It's just such an exceptional find that it really just made me think there is still rare stuff coming fresh to the market for the very first time that's just been found. It's still out there, and that is exciting.
It's been fabulous having Drew and T here today. Learned a lot, which is always nice. I'm so pleased that he's come here and found some items and found it really interesting. So I think it's been a good day all round.
Well, that was spectacularly good for a number of reasons.
Are you happy with your lay figure by any chance?
It proves, you know, that adage of going to antique centres works, right? Because you never know what you're going to get. And what happened today? Bought something, you know, incredible. A remarkable find and a remarkable centre. Well done, Laura.
At his forge in Glanconwy, expert blacksmith Ned Morris is about to get started on his latest restoration project. He's been tasked with the job of giving the Regency garden bench that Drew picked up at the barn a new lease of life, whilst retaining all of its original features.
It's a sweet little thing, really is. Any repairs that go into this, we don't want it to take away from the look of the bench. And the main thing, it can take mine and Drew's weight at the same time.
To make sure they can both sit on it, Nev has to make 4 new feet from scratch. First, he needs to remove around 200 years worth of rust and dirt from one of the remaining feet to reveal its original pattern.
The rust and the paint over the years takes this detail away, and as soon as you start cleaning them, ping, it comes back. So you can see you've got these sort of 4 ribs, yeah? And that was totally hidden.
Now he knows what they look like, Nev can start making the new feet.
Got a lovely convex bar of iron here, yeah? And it's the perfect thing to use for the feet on this. The rest of the bench is iron, so are the replacement parts. Gonna last so much longer. So, I'm gonna get this hot.
Nev's forge is burning at around 1,800 degrees Celsius. This extreme heat softens the iron enough for him to be able to shape it.
Bingo.
He now needs to recreate the shell-like detailing. He's made a mould by gouging out grooves in another piece of metal.
So you can see this fuller sinking in. What it's doing is it's pushing the metal the other side into that groove. Right, got to put the 90-degree bend in now. We get it hot, whop it in the vise, and smack it over.
He might be making it sound simple, but it's decades of experience that enable Nev to know how hard to hit the metal without losing the detail that he's just created.
So look. Looks well at home, well at home. This foot is going to fit to the back, and I am well happy with that. By the time I've made the 4th replacement, it's going to look even more, you know, original. But yeah, can't complain at that.
It takes Nev 2 more hours to make another 3 feet, using the exact same method. He then welds them all into position.
One final thing, finish. So basically, clean it off, get it painted, and then age it, and it should look stunning.
Nev begins the painstaking process of removing all the old rust and will then paint and finish it to Drew's exacting standards. A few days later, the finished bench has pride of place on the shop floor in Conwy.
It was just ruined, basically. It was in a terrible state, and then I gave it to Nev. What can I say? You know, the quality of the piece has come through. It's now in ready-to-go condition. I keep saying it, I've said it before, the man's a genius. To be the best at something is something that rarely happens in life. Nev is the best at what he does, and we are so lucky to have him around, because he does stuff like that.